Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quest and Chaos. You are joining us live or on YouTube.
Hello.
As the comments from YouTube have requested that we keep the banter, so we're going to keep the banter.
Woo! Hello, folks.
Keep the chaos cut to restore the banter.
Chaos cut, I love it.
Anyway, we're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons tonight. How's everyone feeling? I'm feeling lethargic. That's not
I'm really tired, but you didn't say
tonight. Hot.
I know what happens.
I might be, taking some of this off.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, man.
all right. We're definitely gonna lose our monetization.
Old pickle.
No.
For that, you'll have to join us Saturday night.
Those pictures are on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Hey.
Uncensored.
Thank you guys for joining us. We've got our tavern upkeep, which is probably past this already, but 61%. It is the 21st of June. Thank you guys for pushing us along.
That's amazing.
We're going to do a giveaway today. You know what? I'm going to get to that. We're going to do a PDF giveaway, so it's open to worldwide.
Sweet.
Anyone watching tonight live.
Brilliant.
I love it.
I have too many tabs open.
Mood.
All
That is
right.
the DM life.
Yes. So, and none of them are. I haven't prepared anything for tonight.
Access to allies?
Birds of Paradise are some cool dice, and you should buy some.
Absolutely.
Yes. Hero Forge is also cool, as you saw in the little thumbnail. James has been having fun making poses, but we got to see a masculine and feminine Izza and a very confused Lox.
I got tapped on the shoulder at work today and told, hey, can you please make the masculine version of Izza real quick, please? I was like, well, I'm not doing anything right now. Let's do that.
Nice.
Yes. So, I'm going to play some music, so otherwise it's going to be really dry.
Hit me with the music.
Yes. Anyway, so check out our link at bit.ly/QNC Hero Forge. And we get a little cut when you order physical minis or digital token downloads or something. But you know what's cool about Hero Forge is you actually don't have to buy and print the mini. You can use their resources to just make cool images of your character.
It's great.
I'm sure that's a use case they would endorse you saying.
Absolutely. Actually, I think so. It drives traffic, and the more traffic, the more sales. So.
If they stay.
I'm sure.
Which they will, because why wouldn't we?
Well, and they're constantly adding more things. Like every week they're adding, I think Tuesday is the day that they add a bunch of new stuff every week. And it's fun. I was poking around there today for reasons.
Ooh, raisins.
So
There are still no pickles. Get on that,
I can't
Hero
remember last
Forge.
time someone said, "Ooh, raisins."
I went
where I
to two
thrive.
grocery stores last night looking for Raisinets.
What? Oh.
Why?
And I did not. They did
You
not
didn't
have
find
them.
them at the first one, and you were like, "I need these. I'm going to another store."
I was in need, and
That's like
I was
old
unsatisfied.
You don't smoke
Oh
weed?
man.
Where are your raisinets, please?
That sounds like a munchie moment, yeah.
Anyway, I wanted chocolate. I wanted raisins. They're the brand name I know.
Welcome back, podcast.
I'm so glad they kept this banter in.
It's not the same.
We also have an affiliate link at Amazon. So if you use in chat here in Twitch, we've got a little command called !Amazon, and that'll take you to some thing that one of our community members has purchased.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. So
Like roulette?
kind of. Anyway, I think we'll continue this going on. But if you have a Samsung smartwatch, you might want the band that somebody else purchased using our affiliate link.
Okay.
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do I feel about this?
But anything you buy after you use that link, then we'll see the random things that were bought. So if you need something at Amazon, use that link. And then buy the thing at Amazon, and hopefully it's not too
Shoot,
too risky.
I just bought something for the redacted reports. I should have done it through the affiliate link so that you can be like, why did you get that?
Anything on Amazon?
Yeah.
Anything.
My kitty litter is on you.
Okay.
Literally?
Ooh.
Okay, side story.
Okay.
Story time.
We had a video shoot. Is it this week? Last week. Over the weekend, which is why we went out on Saturday. And it's for a children's subscription STEM box, right? So it's like it's a subscription that you box, a subscription box that you get, and inside is activities and things to learn sort of science and that kind of stuff for like 5-year-olds. So for very young kids. And in my head, I almost asked, I could really use an adult version of one of these. And I was like, I mean, yeah.
Phrasing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Anyway, I don't need a surprise box showing up. I don't. Seriously, I do not. Okay, damn it, I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I do not.
I love
Anyway.
the idea of it. Also low-key dystopian. Trust your kid's future to this box, this monthly subscription.
Actually,
It's
pretty-
where we are.
It was pretty cool stuff, and you can see the kids were like excited about it and learning. And
Oh,
anyway, yeah.
I'm just being stupid.
I mean, they do put really cool things in there.
That's
It
awesome.
doesn't have to be adult.
Yeah, I mean, it could.
Yeah, you can
know,
use
It could be.
It could be. It doesn't have to be.
Just Thomas playing with building blocks. Man, I'm bored. I've done this like 50 times.
So
It's like some Ben Gay and some Advil. That's my adult box.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like doing helps you retain knowledge more than just like sitting in a classroom being memorizing and drilling and then going home and rememorizing what you were drilled into again. That's VR for like we're not in talk show anymore. I'm sorry.
You
Do
and
it.
VR, man.
We all
No,
knew. We all knew it was
VR
gonna go
like
there.
historical context for remembering stuff. Like your body remembers how you felt in something. Like it sticks. You have an experience in VR, it sticks. Like your history homework is coming at you. You will remember the place that it happened and what side of that conflict you were on. and
I
all the
mean,
other
In
details.
VR or the reverse? Like you're projecting that into the VR.
No, in VR, I'm consuming that from the virtual.
Because
space.
it's a whole senses sort
Yeah,
of
it's an immersive
experience.
senses.
I mean, to be fair, my very first experience with VR, my friend was taking me through like the basic. We're showing off what VR can do. That came with her headset. I don't remember which headset it was, but like there was a T-Rex in it, and I was literally like cowering down on the floor, just like She's like, it's not real.
messed
I
up.
know it's not real. I'm still not moving.
People who use VR for jump scares are like a special breed of
Yeah.
like.
People who play Five Nights at Freddy's in VR
Yeah.
are a special
Oh,
kind
wow.
of
That
insane,
doesn't
and I
sound
love
fun
them.
to me at all.
That is messed up. Your friend threw you in the Jurassic Park sim, like to start off. That thing is scary.
I want to play.
It wasn't even that. It was like a collection of scenes that
Oh.
went
Oh,
to
to, like,
different
view things.
places. Yeah, and one of them was a T-Rex that scared the hell out of me.
Don't worry, you're gonna like this. You're like,
And welcome back.
That was cut.
Banter.
Yeah.
And welcome back. So we also have an awesome Patreon, which is growing. There are some great new people on that, and this would actually be a great time to do the Patreon roll that we
Word.
have, so you guys can kind of take a look on the screen and see the fabulous names of our fabulous Patreons.
Look
It's
at them.
very small for us to see in here.
We can't see them all, but we
But
love them anyway.
we've got some cards that they have donated to
You got a
us.
white over here.
And I have 4 of them as a GM. 3 from Lady Bedivere. So,
Well,
By that.
so we're going to start off with I have Rejuvenating Mana, which is it creates 1 temporary 2nd level spell slot, which lasts for 10 minutes.
That's for you.
that's for him.
These are all for me. Yeah. And then Reaction Time. You gain 1 extra reaction on your turn. Rules for the number of spells in a turn do not apply, as I just adjusted that card. Owl's Wisdom. Advantage on wisdom checks for 10 minutes, or use a reaction to get advantage on a single wisdom-based saving throw. And Regeneration. When consumed, this potion heals 1d4 plus 1 at the beginning of each turn for 1 minute. Ooh. You guys have some cards in front of you.
I just passed them around.
How dare you prompt us?
You're gonna do that.
Potion of embalming. When poured into the mouth of a dead creature, this potion stops the dying process for 10 days, allowing for the creature's magical return. Something about black sludge coats the inside of the vial. I had a drink, so I'm not gonna keep reading.
Just the one.
Boosted adrenaline. Adrenaline surges through you, having damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical and magical attacks for 1 attack. Flavor text is there.
That says as a reaction.
Flavor text is there.
It should. I'll have to change it if it doesn't.
Yeah, it
No,
doesn't
it's
say.
not.
Okay.
Fox's Cunning. Drinking this tonic grants the user advantage on intelligence checks for 10 minutes, or you may use a reaction to drink this potion for advantage on a single intelligence-based saving throw. Even the consistency of this potion looks smart.
Yeah, we can just read the. We don't need to read the flavor text.
Why not? It's part of the fun.
Yeah, I know, but we also.
This is a fun kind of night. We're all wearing gray, baby. We're all wearing gray.
I was in my mid-20s before I played my first game of Magic, but I had probably spent up to that point like $5,000 on cards just to look at the artwork and read the flavor text. I was also smoking a lot of weed. I had nobody to play with, but it was so fucking cool.
I thought you could probably
Magic
sell
the
it.
Gathering,
Great.
yeah.
You have those? You could probably sell us for a ton.
And a potion of
Fine.
swiftness. When consumed, your speed is doubled for 1 minute. This blue potion seems to swirl around inside the bottle all on its own.
All on its own.
That has been fixed.
Quicker thinking. Use a reaction to evoke disadvantage on an attack against you or a creature you can see within 40 feet. Flavor text or no?
Do it.
Do it.
Taking one
A
time
well-thrown rock or a horrific scream. These are your tools of distraction. Forgotten lore. You know any immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities of a creature you can see. You once heard a bard tell of a tale of a creature just like this one.
I love that
Nice.
card keeps ending up in
Catherine
your
Hepburn.
hand.
Yeah, it's Catherine Hepburn.
Yeah.
All right, critical strike. Change a regular hit into a critical hit. You must succeed on the attack before using this card.
Bam.
Quite effective. And surgical strike. You deal maximum damage on a single attack, melee, spell, or ranged.
You should keep that.
So when you combine these
No.
two, you know, just
Just
saying.
one.
You know, in
Clench
the
so tight.
in the regular uses of these cards, you would only have one.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, each person would have a maximum of one.
Fair enough.
Oh, is that written in that
Directions
you can only have one at a time?
It's recommended. I
Okay.
mean, I will leave
Play
it
how
up to
you
GMs.
As long as it
That's
doesn't
raw.
expressly say that.
It's recommended. It's highly recommended.
Is it raw or ROI?
Is it a new rule because you didn't
Or
reclaim
RAI.
that could happen?
No. It's
Your
It's-
Honor,
it is to
clearly
replace
states
the
recommended.
inspiration mechanic, which is you either have inspiration or you don't. Therefore, it
Doctors-
is in binary, yes or no.
Doctors in the 50s recommended a cigarette after the meal to help your digestion.
Ha-cha-cha-cha.
So,
helps the baby.
recommendations.
Anyway,
So you're
read your
anti-science.
bloody card.
Strengthens the baby.
Extra swing. You gain 1 extra attack on your turn. The rules on the number of spells in a turn still apply.
Do not apply.
X that out.
All right, and Duke Fleeg has provided you with 2 random cards
Thank
to
you, Duke.
finish out his Patreon rewards. Dangerous Oil, which when you coat that, when you coat a weapon with that, it becomes a +1 weapon.
Ooh,
Or
okay.
and yeah, if it's, I'll have to work on that wording wise, because
gonna
if
nerf
it's,
me.
if it's already a,
If it's already a magical weapon, it gets an
it
additional
adds a
+1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that still works. And then bonus time, you gain 1 extra bonus action on your turn.
Nice.
Okay.
That's nice.
And also straight from the Discord, we have Sim Ogre with Interrupting Dash. And that is a card that is not in the playtest pack.
It's like, wait, that's
very
different.
So I wrote it like this in terrible handwriting. Anyway,
I love
it's
it.
Interrupting Dash.
Does what?
As a reaction, well, don't read that because you probably can't.
Interrupting dash. Reaction 10 feet.
Yes, as a reaction, you can dash up to 10 feet and smack the hands of a wizard, so interrupting their somatic hand gestures.
Ah.
It is counterspell within 10 feet for a
Oh.
Was that the flavor text or was that?
no.
I want it to be though,
Yeah.
because I'm visualizing you just like intensely run up like, "I'll save us, everybody, from the fireball."
Yeah.
You
The
can,
flavor text should just be not in my kitchen.
That's great.
basically.
Not in my house.
That's right.
But like German.
No, that was Minute Ball? No.
That's Dikembe Mutombo.
Yes.
No. So
basically,
it's that easy to interrupt a wizard spellcasting.
Of a spellcaster with
Getting in
10
front of
feet.
their hands and like cat fighting. It's like, dude, stop!
Yeah.
I'm trying to cast.
Now,
You do provoke any attacks if you leave a threatened space.
Now here's a question: if a sorcerer has the meta magic subtle spell, would they need to do like a perception check to see if they can see that they're casting a spell?
I think that would be whatever counterspell would be. So we'd have to. I'm sure the rules are there for counterspell.
Not really.
You provoke attacks.
Sage
if you leave
advice,
the what?
maybe?
The blood
It's probably
space.
under a sage advice.
The what space?
Just say you still provoke attacks for moving.
Here,
If
you
I'm
know
in
what?
front of you, right, and you
Provoke
step
opportunity
away.
attacks.
Here, let me go ahead. Speaking of which, version 3, and I believe we're almost done with this
Are these
deck.
ours?
We're getting close.
All right,
No.
so
They are.
interrupting
No.
dash. Use a
No.
reaction to dash up to 10 feet and interrupt the somatic hand gestures of a caster, ending their spell before it's cast. You move next to the caster and may provoke attacks of opportunity if you leave a threatened space. You've seen those arcane gestures before, and you know what's coming.
That's
I
like
not
Fireball.
teaching.
That's what's coming.
That's more OP than counterspell, honestly, right?
It's 10 feet.
So I just gotta be. If I'm close, I can knock down a 10th level spell, eh?
9th, but yes.
9th.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But you have to be within 10 feet, and most casters prefer to be much further away, Uzo.
There are leveled up cards though that I think expands it out to 20 and 30 feet.
Which
That's
makes
not
sense at higher levels.
If you're not close enough, can you use that dash to like just avoid the attack, or give an advantage to avoiding it, or no?
And
It's a reaction.
oh, it's a reaction.
That doesn't answer it for me.
Well, if
I
it's
mean,
a
like yes or no.
if it's a reaction, then you can't use movement or anything else because it's just a reaction.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
That would still move you.
But you can still go 10 feet. That
It
is
still
the
move
reaction.
you, but I don't know.
You can't use
10 feet
It
is
says
the
10 feet, right?
that is the reaction.
Yeah. You move 10 feet.
Which might take you out of the way.
Yeah. It would put you next to the caster, so maybe, you know.
So you would have to move in the direction of the caster.
Right. But the card automatically succeeds. So. But if you're not within 10 feet of the caster, you can't use it to move 10 feet.
Ah,
You
That's
have
the
to.
question.
yeah.
Got it.
Oh my gosh.
You
Rules.
have to have
lawyers.
a.
That
You
is-
have to
Yes.
have
Can I
a-
use interrupting
a caster
dash to
target.
like?
Hearsay.
If I'm their target and it's like line of sight, and I interrupting dash around the corner.
There's a different card for that.
Okay.
There's a different card for that.
Really?
So anyway, thank you, Simone.
Thank you.
Holy cow, these are the bits. These are
Maker's
the
breath.
bits.
Okay.
God.
Hello on YouTube. Welcome to us reading bits from our great community.
Understatement.
We have. Oh man, this means I have to do something. We have 1,000 bits from Squeal the Bard. 500 for each of Iz's genders so far. Iz's gender so far.
So far,
So far.
indeed.
What?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
It's Pride Month. There's more than 2 genders.
We have 500 bits from Port Thoria to restock unquestionably legal mold grenades. I think that goes right over there.
They're legal enough.
We can buy them, so they're legal-ish.
500 bits from Port Thoria for another pickle joining the full pickle family.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ah!
Stop.
Yeah, things are moving.
Oh.
1,000 bits from Duke League for the expression on Iz's face on the splash screen. Which one?
That almost should go
Yeah.
to James because he
which
did a
one
good
is
job
right?
with that.
I do have to spread these out, so we'll
See it?
toss these around. But thank you, Duke. Duke. 500 bits from Port Thoria to go full pageant mom on Saturday's choreography.
That's your man.
That's
That's you.
Fox is already on that.
Oh. I missed.
He's
Yes,
our
I did.
manager.
You even did the alligator.
Momager.
son.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, is
Manager.
Crystal a mom, and that's why she got really upset? 'Cause
Oh.
he's like-
That's true.
Anyway,
Okay.
um,
Well, here we
See, I
go.
can see that. She's probably too young to be their moms, but you know,
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
probably.
unless they're elves. We have 500 bits from the Hefner for the players.
Someone.
Then you gotta make it
Eye
over.
contact.
You ha-
Eye
you
contact.
have
Your
to
hearts
commit.
weren't in it, and you both know it,
And
and that's okay.
500 bits for me. So thank you. Why do I have
Yeah,
this
that was
over
fun.
here?
Appreciate it.
500 bits from Of Three Kingdoms
Oh my gosh, it keeps
for the
coming.
dilly of a pickle that the team is in.
Boy, aren't we
For a
just.
Dilly of a pickle.
You stop. That was hilarious.
Are we fully rested? What pickle are we
said
in?
dill.
What
Dill
the
pickle.
hell?
We're
I mean,
fully,
yeah,
we're fully
you
rested,
get-
but someone's at the door.
Wait, what?
Oh,
First off,
that's right.
of the thing that I did prepare, no, maybe I shouldn't have read that out loud.
Oh.
All right, and that leads us into my tagline.
Oh.
It's time to get murdered.
Woo! Keep that game.
Hello! Hello and welcome back to Quests and Chaos. We're the Chaos Agents, and tonight we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. And we are sponsored by Nord Games.
Nord.
Woo!
It's in the
Okay.
game.
You both suck and I hate you.
Or do we?
Nord Games are fantastic people. They make great stuff, and they are nice people.
They're great.
This is, things that you don't get to combine a lot of times.
Fair.
So they're good people. Andrew from over at Nord Games has a great podcast called Inspiration Point, and the latest episode got kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Andrew pre-recorded a warning saying this kind of got kind of deep, but I think you should listen to it anyway. And then I kept waiting for when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? And then it happened. I was like, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
What does it talk about?
essentially, Andrew was saying, here's the type of game that I want to play in. A very player-centric Dungeons and Dragons game. Where the players drive the story rather than the DM coming up with the story.
Heavy.
And essentially, that was the game that Adam had just finished running for 2 years. Or almost finished. Anyway, yeah. So it gets... So kind of like, this is what I want my DM games to be, but they're not. Adam's saying.
And Adam's like,
just-
excuse
But
me?
that's what I just did. So anyway, actually, it was a really great listen to be able to kind of think about that. And when Andrew was describing the game that he wants to play in, I'm like, there's no way that's going to work. Like,
Well,
it
and
doesn't,
We'll make
Anyway.
the DM improvise every time. Figure out.
Instead of, the DM telling the story of these things that happen, prepare 20 different things that might happen.
No, all you really
You
no.
know what?
If you know the world enough, you can balance
it
that out
Yeah.
with random encounters.
yeah, but the world should never be that developed because if it is,
How many years have
you
you
have
spent on
just destroyed your brain.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I know. I could go into a whole. I could do my own podcast episode about being like, look, players and DMs need to actually talk about what they want together. This is why I think session zeros are so freaking important. Because if you come into it with mismatched expectations, everyone's going to be unhappy. Everyone's going to be disappointed, and it's good to check in periodically. Like I'm in a couple of games that I've been in for a year and a half, 2 years, where it'd be good to check in now and again to be like, no, we don't actually want what you just did.
Yeah. Anyway, it is a great podcast to listen to. So Inspiration Point, you should check it out.
Noise.
Anyway.
Highly recommend. I'm a patron of theirs. I love their stuff.
Yes. Anyway, that has nothing to actually do with the Nord Games sponsorship, but so we're going to do a Nord Games PDF giveaway tonight.
Nice.
Which means that it is open to the world.
Sorry.
And a reminder that we still have this week, so if you comment on last week's episode on YouTube, any comment, we're going to kind of put it into a drawing for a PDF as well.
We're gonna get rated by everybody from Quebec.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Tonight is the night, friends.
That's where all our fans are.
So, but if you want to just go ahead and buy the stuff instead of waiting around, once or twice a week to win them from us, you can go to nordgames.com, nordgamesllc.com/3.html, and use our code CADIC20 to save 20% on your order. Woo!
They want to get Nord Games. Someone's camping it.
Yeah, I'm like that. Yeah, that is a very URL for sure.
Yep. All right. We then have some summaries. Written by Squeal the Bard. Thank you very much.
Woo!
And I apologize
Best.
for not putting it on the teleprompter. I'm going to use it as a guide.
I'm gonna hold it in front of the camera.
I'm going to use it as a guide and try and recap as much as I can. So, last episode, we started with Locke in rat form on Iz's shoulder, creeping into the darkness of the caverns below Port Thoria. Haldor had fallen asleep in a sarcophagus. A rank sarcophagus. Or was it dusty?
It doesn't smell worse than he does.
It might have
I don't
matched.
smell anymore. I'm bathed, guys, multiple times.
I'm allowed to give you shit as part of the contract.
Locks, Barry, and Haldor stayed back in the room to get some rest. However, it was interrupted quite quickly by members of Colton Fletcher's entourage.
Oh God, Turtle was there.
Continue.
Anybody? Turtle.
What?
Yeah, we are.
What?
It's great that we're level 4 now, right?
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
wait, no,
yeah.
we're getting right.
I wrote a sign that said, we're level 4. And I was just, while Thomas continued his thing, this didn't need to turn into a thing.
Well, it turned into a thing.
Well, you know what? You're too subtle and secretive about it.
Hey!
We know, and we will update at the break.
All right. There we go.
Thank you, producer.
Well, while we're interrupted, if I change it right now, would it fuck everything up?
No, if you save it as the same thing, it should automatically just pop up.
It might explode.
It's a live production.
That is awesome.
Well,
Who knows?
in OBS it does that. In vMix it might be a little different.
Find out.
The stream just
We'll do it
cuts.
live.
The stream just
We're doing it live, friends.
Approval from the producer.
All right, we got James.
I just wanted to say hi.
We've got
We have a whole
crew.
production team.
We've got the Baroness, Gun Show, and Lady Bedivere back there.
Cheers to our wonderful production team.
Thank you so much.
Can you
Show,
believe
that's a
the
great
nerve on James to have his name be Gun Show?
What do you mean? That's a brilliant nickname. That's amazing.
Like, never mind.
Yep. Stop.
Not good?
It's an old one, from what I understand. That it's
Am I
an
doubling-
old internet handle.
Shame's
cool.
doing a bit.
I mean, kind of like mine has always been Vanna Lostwin since I was like 16.
When I used to play the saxophone and bass, it used to be Saxy Sebastian, and everyone was like, your name's not Sebastian. And I'm like, I know. Anyway, what happened?
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. So some minions of Colton Fletcher came back. Since you guys were so tapped out, Locks remembered he had an emergency seal available and threw it into the corridor. And it had an AC of 18, which it does no longer have that AC.
Oh, come on!
In the new deck.
Did you give it more health then?
No.
Oh,
So I made it. So the base one I made into 14, like leather armor, the bane of my existence for bad guys.
Yeah.
As PCs are like just slaughtering rogues left and right because they have leather armor.
Should have made it at least studded leather.
Yeah, that extra one. Anyway, so they were coming at you. You guys decided to flee. Locks pulled all of the books off of the shelf except for the one that you used to open it.
Oh, yeah.
Smart boy, that last guy. Smart.
And you guys went into the tunnels to follow along. After meeting up, following the trail left behind by little rat prints and some bits of fabric and yarn, you met up and continued to find your way out. You traveled for a few hours, trying to leave your pursuers behind. I should say Locks locked the sliding door. We'll see what happens with that.
Whoop.
And eventually, after traveling, going down some dead ends, some other just places that put you in loops, Lalak decided to cast a spell. And he used his rejuvenating mana to get a spell slot to cast Animal Messenger. At which point he sent a message to the guards. And then, with this rat knowing how to get to the guards, you followed it. Until you came to a Y intersection, and to the right was a glowing room. To the left was your way out to the harbor. Izza took a quick peek and saw a door guarded by a clay golem. And said, nope.
Promptly noped right out of there.
Which would have
Everybody
been a
on
great
like less
link.
than 10 health. Nope, we're not doing it.
True.
I
Just limp this way.
I think I had the highest health at that point.
Which is what, like 11?
Yeah, 17, I think.
Yeah.
That was to be an encounter after you had rested, and then
She
but
didn't
you
let us
did not rest.
Well, we asked for a place.
We could have though.
The one place we rested, we got fucked. Like they were like, "Hey, I
was
think
like-
they're still down here, not live."
I'm gonna sleep right here. No.
Well, and after we were in the caves, we were like, we don't know if they're going to force their way
Right.
through.
Yeah.
We don't feel safe resting.
You then returned to your abode to find that it had again been searched, and this time the journals of Albie Parker were missing.
So mad.
Luckily, the wine cellar was not discovered.
Hey, that is good.
That is good.
Discovered by us though.
Oh yes.
Let's see. Barry and Haldor had a conversation. A coming to minds,
Heart to heart.
scar to scar.
Hey.
A chest bump of emotional levels.
Rippling
Boys.
pectorals to less so rippling pectorals.
I'm not holding my breath.
The bro.
You were out of range.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
So let me. I'm gonna read this portion. So Barry and Haldor stayed up after the others went to sleep. Haldor explained that he hates the word idiot because that's what his father called him. He was brilliant in combat, though, so he became an officer in the military. His father had actually purchased him that commission.
Was forced into.
His men abandoned him on a hill surrounded by orcs or near orcs.
Yeah, so there were orcs. We were in a higher place, and we were looking down on their encampment, and we were coming down to attack them, and they left me.
Yes.
It's over, and again, I have the high ground.
And Haldor probably would have been left alone to die in that moment. However, a entity reached out because he has a higher purpose. All right.
And also, he hasn't been home since.
Yes.
Off.
His family still thinks he's dead.
Bump bump.
Barry opened up a little bit and said he thinks the axe that gave him the scar no one notices has to do with Albie's death. You think that the axe...
I don't remember typing this.
That, you did not. So you
why is
think
that?
that the axe... Barry thinks the axe that left him this scar might have something to do with Albie Parker's.
There it is.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said like it happened shortly after or something like that, right? Albie was.
Yeah.
Uh,
Albie was there.
Or he was the only one who knew.
Timeline-wise,
No,
doesn't
Albie-
quite... You don't have a microphone, Thomas.
You've just been on mute this whole time, really?
Can you all in the stream hear Thomas?
You don't have a microphone!
Wow, hey everyone.
Well,
yeah.
that one's technically Adam, right?
That one's not on. The microphone
Oh.
is over there. I mean,
You can hear.
I just
they can
saw
hear,
it!
They can hear you okay.
Hey guys.
that one.
I think they're on mute.
Hey guys.
Oh, stars.
Have we not been heard at all this
No.
entire stream?
No,
they can
everyone
hear
can hear.
us.
The chat is responding.
Yeah, they're
They
saying
can
he can hear
us.
us. Was
Like,
he like
Thomas is
decent
really
level?
quiet
Was he a
tonight.
decent level, guys?
I'm sure it's like with all of these like.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he's getting picked
Thanks,
up.
Hefner.
Look!
You know,
There's no microphone!
We haven't gotten a single sound note. So I'm shocked. And had to sit
Yeah,
down to
everyone's
it.
saying you sound fine.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you don't need microphones. You just project.
I knew they were a myth. I knew these microphones were a myth.
Protect your eardrums, guys.
Yes, headphone users, be ready.
Yeah. You do it? Oh.
You like bagel?
Opens trench coat.
Good job on your
I don't know, man.
New York Symphony, LA Symphony.
Chopin.
I probably potentially sound better now. I hope.
Yeah. Apparently you were a little extra way.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just noticed.
Thank you. All right. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quest of Chaos. We are the Chaos Agents, and tonight we're gonna place anyway.
9 people in the control room in Mike's office. That was really good, Hef.
Damn it, Hef.
I am
You're
sweating.
not wrong.
Sweating so much.
We're doing our best.
Oh, they can see the boom though.
Okay.
That's okay.
Again,
Get out!
Headphone users. She said stop.
She says you're fine, you're good.
They'll probably crop you or something.
This is so funny. I love it.
anyway,
We're doing it live.
that night, Locke streamed to the glowing doorway.
And I felt compelled to return to it.
More of a curiosity.
Curiosity killed the Locks.
Lux is actually a cat.
Isa had a dream of a glowing
Yeah?
golden elven figure who said Isa would be their champion and gave her their blessing. Then Isa woke up and discovered she was male. I believe the word was, I've got a dick. She ran to Lox for advice, but since he was a changeling, his sense of human puberty was skewered. But he recalled that Isa's dark vision wasn't typically human. Isa tried very hard not to freak out, and Lox offered to change and swap places. But Isa wanted to be himself. So he had Lox introduce him to the group, and no one was fazed. There was a lot of going on. There was a lot more things going on that were distracting, like the introducing people. What is it? What's that word in court where you
it's
Announce?
Announce,
yeah.
announcing Lady Lord.
Lilacs has carved the floral
Yeah, as
pattern.
they're-
Into
don't
the
forget about
floor, a symmetrical floral pattern.
There's runes on the floor as well. That have been
So they decided to take Isa to a healer and tell the guard about the attack yesterday. But before they could go, there was a knock on the door.
Isn't it like 3 in the morning?
No,
I thought we-
it's normal morning.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Right, we need servants.
Oh, that's right.
You are in the room,
Fact.
so. And you walked over there and opened up the door. And standing in front of you is Xavier Bishop. He is a
Who is that?
40-ish-year-old male, impeccably dressed, suits.
I remembered who he was. I wrote down in one note. That helped me in this moment.
You, what do you want?
I have only come to help my fellow compatriots.
He says we're compatriots. Do you know this guy?
That's certainly one word for it.
Who now? Who's at the door now?
Well,
What's your name?
My name is Xavier Bishop, and I believe that you find yourselves in quite the pickle.
You have no idea, sir.
Yeah, we'll be there Saturday.
In fact, we've just gotten fuller of a pickle.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
You're talking to the wrong person if you want to maintain the conversation. Who are you? Oh, wait, no, you're Xavier.
He's Xavier.
God damn it. I'm no better.
Mr. Bedlam, I believe that I do not want to be seen standing outside your establishment, so if I could come in, that would be very, very helpful.
Yes, why don't you come on in?
Why does he ring a bell and also piss me off at the same time?
He was at the will reading.
Ah.
Yeah, since that time, our house has gotten ransacked twice. Both times. I was very upset about it.
Lilac closes the book. Why don't you want to be seen standing outside of
Because
our residence?
literally everyone seems to be looking at our door.
Yeah, you have at least
3, maybe 4 sets of eyes on this place at any given time.
That doesn't
come
surprise me.
on.
Come in, Mr. Bishop. Close the door behind you.
Think of what a power move it would be, though, to close the door on him right now. Just saying. Just throwing it out there.
There was somebody
We need all the
watching
help
last
that we can
night.
get.
I thought.
Wait, what? Someone was watching here?
I thought I saw somebody watching across the street in the alley, but as soon as I saw them, they were gone.
Awesome.
You guys woke up. Everyone was safe. They didn't come into the house.
Yeah, luckily.
Xavier. I've heard that name. Hey, that girl we knew, we were talking to, say something about Xavier?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're her boss.
Oh. I suppose I am. That would be one of the 3 or 4 sets of eyes that is on you. We know what one of the other ones is now, too, thanks to your little animal companion.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah, I guess they got to the watch and told them about the bodies.
Yeah, we were able to get there before they were trying to break into a I don't know, they're trying to break down the bookcase.
Did they succeed?
I do not believe so.
Well, that's something.
That bookcase is magically warded or something.
That worked out.
That actually makes a great deal of sense, considering.
Yes. However, we were able to identify the leader of those men as Colton Fletcher.
Yes. Do you not remember this? He dropped a fireball on us.
I do remember that.
Oh, wait, he was there?
Yes! Colton Fletcher put up a wall of force and then dropped a fireball on us. Mr. Bishop, it has been a very long, like 36 hours.
The lock stands up and he kind of walks straight up to Xavier. It's like not too close, but it's very important. The 2 men in the chamber, do you know their names? Were you able to find out their?
I do not specifically, but we have them in custody.
They're alive?
Yes.
And he looks around. Okay.
Are you part of the watch?
I suppose.
I mean, you said we have them in custody.
I
know that
am.
we don't.
I am the Thorian spy master. I run the intelligence gathering apparatus of this kingdom.
What did the mouse say to you?
I believe this was relayed to me, but I believe it was they're in the something about in the there's someone in the crypt trying to kill us. Is that ring a bell? I mean, it said Albert Parker's crypt.
Rat
And we
isn't my primary language.
And we went there.
I might have
and
translated it wrong for you.
that is. What did you mean to say?
What did I say? And he turns to the rat master.
You're still outside he's still outside the door, right?
So
He's inside. We've closed the door behind him.
Alright, fine. Could you plug your ears for one moment? Just do it. Could you plug your ears for one moment?
Wait.
Oh, wait.
No, wait. Okay, yeah.
He plugs his ears.
I guess I should have clarified what the rat said to the people. Yeah, fine. Maybe that's on me. But I thought didn't you send that without me?
Yeah, but you overheard, right?
Shit, I was only
What?
paying attention.
Okay, out of character, out of game. What did the rat say?
2 bodies in the
Albie Parker's crypt.
underneath Albie's crypt.
Okay,
That's basically it.
gotcha.
Yeah, we should have specified more details. Because do we look a little shifty now?
No, but there were bodies. They were captured?
I thought they were dead.
You told. Wait, no, you didn't. They told us that there were other people that had come into the crypt. Remember? And we're
Yeah.
trying
Well,
to kill them.
There were dead bodies in the crypt.
Quite a few of them.
Okay, good. Just
There were also 2 live ones.
There
Oh,
were.
I'm more concerned with the 2 who passed, but
Why would you be so concerned?
to make sure they have safe travels.
into the afterlife.
Yeah,
Are you a psychopomp or something?
I know, but I care.
Well, what happens after they die isn't our responsibility. That's up to whatever they believed in.
I believe something different, especially if I'm responsible for ending one of their journeys.
Well, they were trying to end ours.
And I should maybe give you a little bit more context as to what is happening.
Please, we have walked into a viper's nest. I am picking up your accent.
Oh my god, he's got Jensen's!
Get him ready. He's asymptomatic.
Jensen's
We've walked into your city, which appears to be a viper's nest of some variety, and being connected to Albie Parker is not particularly safe, it appears. I've never been here. Everyone else who has been here has been passing through. What in the hells have we stepped into here?
So Albie Parker had uncovered well, he wasn't quite sure, but he uncovered what he thought was information that somebody was trying to kill the queen.
Oh, hell.
And with your help, we now know who that someone is.
Colton Fletcher.
Colton Fletcher. And I guess it makes sense. Powerful wizard. Probably looking to steal the technology of the Shimmering Gates.
I'm not a fan of riddles or espionage. I really... Where is Albie's body?
And is Albie actually dead?
He actually goes and looks out the window. And he casts a spell. And looks around. I believe he is in a place called Faerun.
That son of a bitch. He's alive.
In Faerun?
Give me an intelligence check,
Okay.
Lox.
The Locke should know what that is.
Yeah, you know exactly where that is. Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
where I'm from. Yeah.
What did you get on your intelligence?
15.
15? You know it's another plane.
Okay.
Why,
Yeah, you're from there.
Why would he be there?
That I do not know.
Why send for us here?
He needed someone to draw out the parties who are attempting to do this.
Oh, I'm good at that.
So we were bait.
So he used the
You
bait?
all are very good at that.
I am really pissed by that answer. I feel like I've been pretty well toned down, honestly, for the most part. Am I right, everybody?
I mean, I honestly could not imagine a more excellent group for this.
Thank you.
No, he meant that sarcastically. And
No.
you're drooling at the mouth.
No,
I am. This is so exciting.
Son of a bitch.
right.
This could not have gone better, honestly.
You see, we're doing great.
I didn't pick up that last sentence at all.
Do you realize that we almost died?
He played on our goodwill and our grieving,
are-
and now I've killed someone.
You are so delighted by something that almost killed us and forced us to kill other people. With all respect, Mr. Bishop, go fuck yourself.
Don't do it here, though.
Both of them are right, in a way.
My loyalty is to this kingdom, and if it were to fall into the hands of the likes of Colton Fletcher, it would be bad for everyone on this continent.
You can be pragmatic about all the things that you need to do. You don't need to have glee about putting a bunch of young people into the way of death and destruction, sir.
Thank you.
I don't
The
care
glory.
about your kingdom or... He turns and looks at it. He says, I want to go home. I'm not an adventurer. I lost a friend, or I thought I did, and that person manipulated me to do something else. This doesn't make any sense.
I think he knew that you could trust us to get the job done. That's why he armed us. Gave us enchantments. Picked us instead of all those other people in the book.
He threw us into the way of a runaway wagon, hoping that maybe we wouldn't actually die fast enough so that they could find out what was going on. Your intentions might be noble, but your actions were shit.
I think you assume a lot, Izza.
Do I?
I think you do.
He just said he uses his bait.
But why?
To save the queen. Fantastic. We would have been I at least would have been perfectly happy to have assisted. Had I known. But being thrown into the middle of something like this with no knowledge.
You have a right to be upset.
Thank you, because I am.
All of life is intention, regardless of outcome. And his intent was not genuine. It was deceptive. I don't know what to do now.
Well, that is the question, isn't it? What now? You've come to tell us all of this.
Well, Colton Fletcher is not around, I suppose.
Not here.
He is out there somewhere. Perhaps he's obfuscated his appearance, shielded his whereabouts. He's not the only one who was watching you, who was in on whatever plot this is. We needed a distraction. And that distraction needed some protection.
To distract from what?
To draw attention. To focus everything on you. We needed bait. And I apologize.
You see?
I do. I still don't mind.
That's because you're a warrior. Look at him. Look at Dragon Boy right there. Sweating in his boots. Or actually on his...
I don't sweat. I don't have the glands.
I'm glad I know that now.
He doesn't have the glands.
Oh, goddamn. I'm glad I know that now.
I'm a journeyman textile. I'm not an adventurer. I'm not a warrior. I didn't ask to be put into the middle of this. Whatever gifts I do and do not have because of how I was born, fine. But I didn't ask to be put into the middle of your politics, your bullshit.
Seems like we did this city a favor, and the city owes us a debt.
Well, I like that too.
You can't have it both ways.
Yes, I can.
We've helped this far. They owe us something. Other than more responsibilities to take care of for a man who's lied to us. About even being dead in the first place.
So I come back to the question, what now? You've come and actually told us you're the spy master. That's, not something that you go revealing.
No, it is not. It is not I mean, I am more of the civilian face, I guess, of the intelligence. I do not think the task is finished. I do not think we need a distraction force anymore, though. There's more going on than just Colton Fletcher. And we don't know what that is.
How many eyes do we have on this house?
You have a set from me, a set from Colton, and 1 to 2 more.
Oh my god. You couldn't send one of your spies to track down one of theirs, maybe? Figure something out?
Isn't that why we were drawing them out?
I mean, if there is a set of eyes that belong to Colton, I I'm sure you have many ways of finding out the truth from someone like that.
I suppose we do.
Although I'm sure that at this point they saw you come in, Mr. Bishop.
More like bullshit. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
No one laughed.
Lilac, when you said more like bullshit, am I right, Lilac? Yes! Become the predator.
Oh.
I like that too. We're gonna hang out a lot.
If you're being hunted, they expect you to run. Meet them head on. That was early in the academy. Now maybe we set bait for whoever's looking for us.
Well, I'd imagine that, at least for a time, Xavier, or Colton Fletcher thought we were dead. We certainly came very close.
Are we still the bait? They took all the information we had in this house. The only thing left is that book of his. Haldor.
They were watching someone.
The Book of Haldor.
Okay. It's also Allaby's most frustratingly written book, so let's keep
Did you find the papers?
We didn't find papers per se. We found journals.
Journals?
Were you not aware of them?
What was in these?
Did Albie Parker work for you? Or for the Queen? Or for the country? Or for someone else entirely?
First and foremost to the kingdom. Queen second, and I was his current handler. There were many before me. He trained me to be who I am today.
He taught me Dwarvish.
We found journals detailing his methods, but not what he found out.
Methods?
But they're gone. They were taken by whoever last tossed the house last night.
Well, that's gotta be Fletcher.
Very likely.
If he left you in the crypt.
And assumed we were dead.
And did tell us he was already back at our house.
Mm-hmm. So, Colton Fletcher has the methods of Albie Parker.
That is not good.
Not particularly.
So you ask what is next? If you are still willing to, well, if you are interested in becoming willing participants, as opposed to the unwilling ones you are currently.
Think of all the BS we could have avoided if you came up to us from the beginning with this.
I just said no.
I probably would have mentioned it, but you avoided me like the plague at the reading of that will.
We couldn't trust you.
We didn't know you.
You didn't even
I wanted to
try.
go to my house. It was new.
We had just arrived the previous day, and the only thing that we sort of knew was that someone was a paladin of air, which our paladin wanted to talk to. And then you were whispering and looking very shifty.
Well, it's apparently comes with the job.
So, how much is the job? Winks very obviously at them.
Wait, at us or them?
You.
That's all Barry does. He's like, taps nose on with finger.
You have items in your possession that I believe are paid for by the kingdom. I believe your sword has been enchanted.
Items in our possession that were provided to us by Albie Parker.
Paid
Now,
for by the kingdom.
Be that as it may, those were left to us by the person that we assumed was our mentor, as a dead man's gift.
Before we engaged in mortal combat.
Before we understood that we were assisting the kingdom.
So if I would have taken the shield and just left town, you guys would have come back for it?
We would have asked for it back, perhaps. Perhaps not.
But to say ask, and what happens if he decides not to give it back?
You can't enforce the letters of a contract that someone wasn't aware of signing.
I do find it sort of odd that you have this much emotion in relation to Albie Parker. From what I understood, he barely spent time with you. Some of you decades ago.
Yes, some of us.
Whoever that person was that I thought I knew and spent time with, it obviously was not. That person only existed in my head. Because the memory that I have, that person wouldn't do this.
Lox, do you think that this person would do that?
Lox is just gonna take off his enchanted, I don't remember.
Armor.
Armor, yeah, whatever. His armor. He's just gonna walk up to Fletcher.
Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop. Thank you. And he's just gonna drop his armor in front of him. He's gonna walk upstairs. Listen, I still don't know what you want. I don't know what you need from us. But and then he's just gonna start walking upstairs.
Lox, if you walk away, you can't find out.
I understand that this is
We nearly died yesterday. Do you understand that? Every one of us were knocked unconscious at one point or another in that crypt. Only the fact that we had happened to run into the kitty cats and happened to have a healing potion kept us alive long enough to deal with the problem. That had nothing to do with what the kingdom gave us. That had nothing to do with anything else. That was a chance encounter because we went to deal at the strip club.
I did not see that coming.
Neither did we.
Oh, but you'll see it on Saturday.
It's very lucrative.
But you know what? That's what saved us at the end of the day. These gifts, and he gestures at the cloak that they're wearing. When Colton Fletcher dropped a fireball on us, that didn't save us. So yeah, Lox is upset. I don't blame him.
I do not blame him or you either. I realize this circumstance this subterfuge was not healthy. I apologize. We should have reached out, but we did not know, honestly, we did not know who or what was out there. That's why we reached out to those furthest away from Port Thoria, those in Mage Haven, those in the Wyvern Spine Mountains.
That's why we were chosen? Because we were far enough away that we might not be corrupted?
That and your amazing set of skills.
Thank you, finally. Somebody.
Oh, hold on.
Thank you.
I mean, the five of you have talents that are somewhat undescribable.
And Locke kind of walks up. The flattery is enough. I accept your apology. And then he walks back to the center of the druid circle and just kneels. Just like listens and writes.
I kind of want more flattery, but...
Your naivety is astounding. He didn't even finish the apology and you already forgave him.
He said I'd wholeheartedly apologize.
And
Dragon boy. Come on.
I mean, I do not. I thank you, Lilac, and I truly am sorry. I see that it has affected you more than any scars in battle could.
I don't have many of either, but fair assessment, yeah. Thank you.
If you're so sorry, what do you do? What's your plan to make it up to us? And where do we go from here if we accept it?
If you are willing, we believe the Queen is still in danger of assassination.
No shit. Sorry, go on.
With Colton Fletcher still out and about, that is a fair assessment.
I believe you are capable, given the right circumstances, of confronting Mr. Fletcher. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
No, tomorrow we have an appointment, apparently.
But only in the evening. Oh no, we have to rehearse.
Oh, God.
Oh,
We're not available tomorrow.
Oh, we might, yeah.
Well, probably the rest of the day. You should probably start on your routine early.
So what do you want from us,
That's a good point.
Mr. Bishop?
If you turn the tables and become the hunter, it would still be a distraction for us to help you and gather information that could end this threat.
I said I accepted your apology, but given the deception this city operates in, I don't quite trust you. How do I know that you're an emissary of the Queen? What do we have to go on other than your word, since everyone around here seems to know everything except for us?
That is a fair assessment.
We are starting on rather the back foot.
A certain Paladin of Air, the other one,
Oh.
could vouch for me. I could, in fact, if you wanted, grant you an audience with the Queen.
That's the least you could do.
His eyebrows disappear into a hairline, into the hairline.
What do we think? Can I look at it?
Haldor,
Just like,
do you believe? Do you trust what he just said?
Give me your word. Your word. Your oath. Means everything. And should you break it, the gods will punish you. Swear it.
As Xavier Bishop, Spymaster of the Kingdom of Thoria, I give you my word.
I'm not buying it.
Insight.
can I insight?
Everyone's like,
I trust.
Lox is also,
I
he's
trust.
sitting at the top of the stairs. He hasn't gone. Oh,
I didn't
he's
figure
listening.
he
He's
was.
listening to everything.
That
He's listening to
20.
Nice.
And that's good too.
19.
So that's a 24 for me.
I want to insight his.
He seems sincere.
Okay.
So I just kind of squint my eyes. That's good enough for me.
And that's good enough for me.
Nope, still calling bullshit.
I
Well-
put my axe down.
Well, for what it's worth, I do believe him.
Oath and blood. Cut your hand on this.
Don't.
Haldor, you cut your hand
Why
on this.
would you
doing that.
cut your hand?
Don't
That
do
is
that.
the.
Thank you!
Don't.
Why in the name of the hells do people cut their hands?
I
There's
need
so
to
many
use this later
tendons
for
and
something.
Because
no!
it is cool. All right,
No.
all right, on 3. Put your hand on it. Put your hand on it. I don't trust you. You can't do this one simple thing for me. I don't know.
If one of our party says they don't want to go, then I'm out.
You're one hand slice away from getting your team that you tricked into doing this.
At least do the full
Even
arm.
In hearing,
That's better?
Yes! There are so many tiny muscles in the tendons in the hand.
Yeah, and we also have
terrible.
magic abilities in this, so let's not get too into it. Like,
so Lox is at the top of the stairs and hearing Barry do this and the kind of hullabaloo, and the guy's like, well, why would I do that? I want to try a new cantrip, Friends.
Ooh.
And I want to cast it, because I'm assuming he's not hostile towards us currently, right? What? Can I
Is
not
that one
do
of
that?
those that they know you used it after?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hell
Yeah. And so I'm going to, yeah, it is. I want to convince him if it's successful. I'm not sure how this works. I've never used it before. But I want to kind of create the serotonin levels in him to be a little bit more, oh yeah, cutting my hand on this axe in a show of faith is a good idea. But if it works, I don't know.
I
I've never
will
done this.
say it should work. It is of your choice, so you don't have to be able to see them. However, it does say and becomes hostile toward you. So
Towards me.
So I don't know if you want to necessarily do that.
Lox
Up
doesn't.
to you.
Lox does not like bro down here.
None of us do.
He is no. He yeah. It's up to you, though.
I mean, I think that his intelligence is high enough to
avoid it.
Well, I mean, he's gonna know, but I think that becomes hostile towards you.
Okay.
He can reason through that, you think?
Well, I mean, I think Locks, that is something that you're willing to take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lux doesn't. Yeah.
So in that case, you have advantage on charisma checks that you do.
Yep.
Okay. So I have to talk to him then.
Yeah. So you have to do the charisma checks for a minute.
Gotcha.
Well, you don't have to talk for a minute. You.
No.
but for a minute.
So Lux will just kind of slowly like walk down the stairs, not trying to be epic or anything, but just like walk down the stairs. And Asbury's like, "Well, come on, it's just a blah blah blah."
And he just says, if one of you is out.
Right. We'll just look at him and just be like, if you really are sorry, and you really do want us to help you, you'll do motion to Barry what he says. It doesn't have to be your whole hand, but I do think some.
And he cuts his hand.
Excellent.
And just shakes it. You actually make it really sound off.
There it is.
Nice.
Yeah. Both of you need a.
I clap my hands over it like this, and give 1 point of health to each of you with lay on hands.
Okay.
Oh, see, perfect. We fixed it.
See? It wasn't so bad, was it?
It wasn't.
But the fact you were willing to do it proved something to Barry.
I mean, at least he got my train of thought.
And I would have done it without the magic as well.
What's a train?
Oh, shit.
I don't believe him.
You can insight.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
I won't know what that is.
Locks, your words were powerful, but brief. This is me smiling, I'm sorry.
No, I got it too. That's why I overdid eye contact. I'm like, I'm gonna make him laugh.
Look, this is not how I expected this to go. I did not expect you to actually, discover something that would lead to that encounter. The trapdoor in that sarcophagus was hidden so well nobody could have found it.
Yeah, well, I did.
Almost instantly, really, so I don't think it was hidden that well.
I thought I found it.
Not on the sarcophagus.
Oh, I found the book.
You did.
And I dropped the door.
You did find the book. You did find the book.
What do you know of the layers below the sarcophagus?
Well, I know that
It's a maze.
it is a maze. There are rumors that there are shimmering gates located under the city.
Is that what that was?
You have seen one.
There was a door that was shimmering colors and a clay creature standing in front of it.
Clay creature.
It wasn't a human, but it was sort of humanoid.
Albert would have put that there.
It didn't look. We were exhausted and badly hurt, and it didn't look like something that we should mess with at that particular moment. But it was beautiful and powerful.
What was it protecting? Do you know? I mean, well, where it led to, I guess.
Is it a shimmering gate?
Yes.
Where, as Barry asked, where does it go?
I believe that one goes to Faerun.
Is that how Albie got out?
I believe so.
Perfect.
How did he get past the clay man?
He just said Albie put him there.
If the...
Did you just say that?
I did.
I'm sorry, I don't listen to everything you say.
That's fine.
And if he placed the Clayman there, then the Clayman answered to him.
He's not the clay man.
It did not attack you.
I didn't get close enough to find out. It looked like a terrible idea.
Indeed.
So that's the door back home.
Do you want to go back home?
I don't know. No. I want to ask Albie what this is all about. And that's where he is. But I also want to find out why these people attacked us. We know, but I want to hear it from their mouths.
I have a score to settle anyway.
With Mr. Fletcher?
That's right. You don't lay Haldor low without Haldor coming back and laying you low.
Locks.
Why does it sound sensual?
It does sound like a euphemism.
Sounds a little
doesn't it?
sensual. Sounds a little.
It's just the way I talk.
You've had the most relationship with Albie. What do you propose we do?
I really don't think I had the strongest relationship. I think Barry might have.
You
but
you had the most recent.
Oh, got it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little overwhelmed with the idea of meeting royalty. I don't know if that, Lux is very visibly shaken with that concept. And Albie, I still was under the impression he wasn't a good person. So I don't know who to pursue at this moment, because it seems like we'd have to choose a lesser of two evils.
That's a good point.
I will say this about Mr. Parker. He, in all of his intelligence gathering, it was always used to avoid war, to reduce conflict. That was his task, to honestly bring the people of this continent a shared history and shared knowledge that we are one.
That's all well and good, but then why write secrets and very personal things about people that he was watching? That doesn't, I don't know why that would prevent war, or why those details would need to be added. I'm just curious. I mean, maybe he was a good person, but
I was not. I mean, I knew his methods, but if you said he wrote them down, I was not aware of that.
Oh.
We can show you the room where all the journals were, cram-packed in there. Years, decades of methods and secrets, including things that he knew about each of us that none of us had said to anyone.
Hey, you might be in that book.
I most certainly was, or am.
I'm in that book too.
Do you think the Queen could be in that book?
He has his own book.
Probably.
I'm inclined to believe you, because Master Ruzo would not have let somebody who they believed to be not genuine and potentially dangerous to the students access to the children. So while I don't agree with the methods, the objective is probably of good intention, but I think the questions we have would be answered best by the Queen.
I mean, either way, the Queen has a time limit. We don't know when they're going to strike for her, and honestly, how heavily is the Queen being protected right at this moment if we're the diversion? Or are we about to be a bodyguard after this?
No, the Queen's guard is second to none.
Okay, well.
I agree with Barry.
Honestly,
Passive laughs.
Honestly, what I called in Fletcher, now is the time that I would choose to strike. The city is in uproar with the games happening. People coming in from all corners of the world. This would be the time. You can get all sorts of places with this sort of mess happening. So yes,
true.
I think there is a time limit. And I think Albie knew that because he gave us tickets to the games.
7 days, the city is about to get crazy.
I believe it.
Oh, shit.
Right. I do not care for your methods, but I understand them. I don't appreciate being used as bait. But I suppose I can understand. Especially if the Queen dying would leave a succession question.
That it most certainly would.
I figured as much. I mean, no one wants royalty to die, but especially when there's no heir, it's even worse.
She has no children.
Of course she doesn't.
It would most likely go to her cousin.
What's his mental state right now? Good guy? Bad guy?
He is estranged.
A bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Or at least questionable.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Bruno is,
We're all
he
assuming
is...
a lot without context.
So Bruno Thorian, as you know him.
Well,
Thank you
there
for
it is.
naming
You're
him.
welcome.
Oh my shit.
How did you know that?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Heard it on a loot.
Look,
Yeah, I heard it on a loot somewhere.
Talk
Yeah.
about rude. No.
look. At the end of the day, if we're not from here, we currently live here, and a country torn apart by war is something you read about in the history books as a bad thing. So, I at least have personal self-preservation reasons for wanting to make sure that she stays alive and hale. Although I would quite like to meet her too.
I can arrange that as soon as Sunday afternoon, perhaps.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very considerate.
Oh, good. That's probably about when we'll be waking up.
I'll have a hangover.
We will definitely.
You will have a hangover.
Does she attend the games?
She does. She has a box.
Oh, that would be the place to strike, wouldn't it?
You remember.
No, I mean that very literally,
No,
actually.
Do you happen to have your
I was gonna say.
tickets?
Hold on, and I'll go up to where we would have hidden those in someone's bag.
So you're probably carrying them with you?
If
You're
not,
probably
but
carrying
I
them.
don't have
Yeah.
them on her person.
Sure.
Okay.
So flip a coin. Who has them in their bag?
My money's on you. You got them?
Sure.
He's like,
Pulls
no,
out a
I
strip.
don't.
Is this it?
It certainly is.
Toilet paper.
Grabs it.
Well, toilet paper now.
Hands it back. Well, your box is right next to the queen's.
What?
That's perfect.
Of course it is.
Fucking Albie.
Because we're bait.
Is
Or
there
are you guards?
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Is there any other way for Albie to get out of where he is right now? Or you know, Dragon Boy?
The same way we got here,
Sure.
You came on a boat into the middle of the ocean and went through Shimmering Gate. As did you.
There's a shimmering gate that's on land. I thought they needed the sea to stay stable.
These are small, person-sized. These were the first gates. To be honest with you, the mages that created these gates, the kingdom was not nice to.
They didn't want any more of these gates because that's how the chromatic dragons came through.
That is correct. Okay, I mean, full disclosure, Queen Basari's predecessors were not nearly as wholesome or nice. She is actually, well, she actually cares.
I am a warrior so that my son can be an architect, so that his son can be an artist.
It's a little worse than that.
Oh, lovely.
The mages that created the shimmering gates, they were, and this is 100 years ago, 250 years ago.
They were killed, right?
They were kept until some of them escaped, traveled south, where they created their own gates. And those are the gates that the chromatic dragons came through. But this kingdom held them as, I guess, slaves. or at least prisoners.
And when they left, that was when Magehaven was born?
Well, that was a decade or so after the final chromatic dragons was slain. I guess I shouldn't say final, because there's still dragons out there. At least the war stopped, thanks to the chromatic, or the metallic dragons that came through. But yeah, that is what caused the mages to become persecuted, where they fled established Magehaven.
And that all took place around here.
No. I mean, the mages that created the Shimmering Gates, they were not going to stop. And they were put in prison. And when they escaped, they did not stop. But we still use them to this day. They still travel between the planes.
Is Colton Fletcher descended from one of them?
I can only assume as much.
And he seeks to finish what his ancestor started.
I believe so.
So why was he walking around free? You saw him at the will reading.
Because I did not know. There were several people at that will reading.
That you had questions about?
Indeed. There was the elf. Halfling, I really enjoy the halfling's company and the stole that they have.
Right. So what would you have us do until we meet with the Queen, and indeed afterwards? What purpose would you set us to, O Spy Master? We're not spies. He glances between Haldor and Barry. We're entirely too loud for information gathering, as I'm sure you've gathered.
Some sort of distraction squad, if you will.
But we're good at that.
I would have
we
you
smash. That's what we do.
No.
We smash hard.
But he means to rephrase that, but yes.
Different smashing.
I would have you dance.
I'm sorry, what?
Dance.
Well, I'm not going to, but go on.
Like, not metaphorically speaking, dance, a fight, dance, literally dance, like a dance.
The full pickle by night, after all.
Yeah, asking me out.
Everyone in this city knows where you are going to be Saturday night, and you need to be there Saturday night.
Will the Queen be there Saturday night? Can we speed up our meetup and maybe make this work out?
Yeah, Queen comes.
The Queen can.
Yeah, I think the Queen would like it. She lives in Paris.
This is so Shakespeare in love.
She lives in a bubble.
I love this.
That is the basis of this campaign. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Even if so, we wouldn't want to. She would have to be there in disguise. It is a location of ill repute.
Yeah.
Well, no one will be looking in her direction. Let's just say that. But I think it'll work out, whether she's disguised or not.
So if we must,
I can ask if she would like to see the full pickle.
If we must be there on Saturday.
Oh, we have flyers.
If we must be there on Saturday, do you anticipate us being attacked?
Yes.
All right.
Wait. We're gonna be attacked during our performance.
It's okay.
Everyone.
Box is thinking of like stage combat choreography.
Everyone who knows anything about the full pickle knows that we are going to be there, and that very likely includes Colton Fletcher.
I'm going to need a very small chainmail piece for my chest and my bits.
It's gonna look like black.
You want to go? Speaking of bits, we have no. Just kidding.
We have a piss break.
Yeah.
Oh, is it time for
Oh no, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, what time is it? It's 8:30.
8:30.
I think this is probably a good time to take a break.
From your
Will the queen see they're stripping? Find out after the break.
We're getting back to my bikini, okay?
I told you it's Borat. Just chainmail.
We're coming back.
I'm sorry, you need small chainmail for your bits?
You did say.
I mean, relatively. All the others.
Small
In
chainmail.
proportion. Need halflings.
Go on.
Oh God.
You have this as a small man's wetsuit, please.
I was in the pool. I was in a pool.
All right.
It was really cold outside, okay?
On that note, we are going to take a break, and we'll be back very shortly.
It's a grower, okay?
We are going to before you click that button, we're going to do a giveaway of a Nord Games PDF.
grower.
So, are we ready? We ready? Yeah? No?
Thumbs up.
Those are thumbs.
Hashtag chaos in the chat for your chance to win a Nord Games PDF of your choice. We'll do that drawing when we come back.